Hey there, Stampin' friends. Welcome to Movie Monday with Jody, Brechbill, Stampin' Queen. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in South Central Pennsylvania, and I am here every Monday on my YouTube channel to release a movie for you guys. So we are in Saleabration. That is running now through the end of February, and Saleabration is a great time because we have free offerings for everybody. So we are going to play with Island Vibes. This is one of our free stamp sets, and it can be found on page 3 of the Saleabration mini brochure. So I've heard from a lot of you guys that you're not quite sure about this one. So I thought, well, let's get it out and we'll start playing with it and see what I can come up with. It's just 3 stamps. It's only 3 images and there's no words. So it can be a little bit tricky. But the first thing that came to mind was trying to do something maybe a little bit more on the masculine side. So that's what we're gonna create today. And of course, that is a free stamp set during Saleabration. So when your purchase is $50, you could choose the Island Vibes for absolutely free. Now I am going to pair it with my favorite Saleabration stamp set, Special Moments. So this one is 21 different sentiments and it's perfect for everything that we need. This stamp set, it's got it all. So this one is available as well through the end of February, and let's see what page this one is on. It is right here on page 14, and this is a free offering as well. So if your order reaches $100, you're able to pick Special Moments for absolutely free. Now, if your order would happen to hit 150, let's face it, kids, we all can hit 150 in the bat of an eye, you would be able to choose Special Moments and Island Vibes, and you would be a host, which means you would get even more for free. You would get host benefits. So win, 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 win. Love it. All right. Don't forget our mini catalog is up and running now. This is our JJ Mini, January through June. If you guys out there do not have a demonstrator that you work with and you are in need of hard copies of catalogs, please let me know. I am happy to get you guys copies for absolutely free. Then just a quick reminder, you can shop anytime at my online store 24/7. Just hop on over to jodybrechbill.stampinup.net. This is the host code that you would be using for the month. But keep in mind, my friends, if you do happen to reach that $150 minimum, you are going to take host rewards, so you do not use that host code. I also know some of you friends do not like to shop online, so you can message me and I can take care of you guys anytime. Now, I know why y'all are here. You are not here to hear me talk. You are here to see me stamp. So let's go ahead and get started. We are gonna work in like 50 shades of green today and trying to create something with that Island Vibes that I felt would be maybe a good birthday card that would be very generic. So this could go to anybody. So I've got a piece of garden green, and this is our card base. So I'm gonna fold that in half. And keep in mind, my friends, when these videos air, if you go into the description after, you can scroll down, and I always put the dimensions in the description. So if you wonder what the sizes were, you don't have to try to rewatch the video. You don't have to hurry up and write things down. Just go back to that video, scroll into the description, and you'll find all of the dimensions. I just put hand lotion on, and look, I've got little greasy fingerprints on my cardstock, but that's okay. We're gonna cover it up. Now I took a piece of basic white, and ahead of time I ran that through my embossing folder. That is the Tasteful Textures embossing folder, and we're just going to attach that. Oh, I just added a new refill, so I gotta wake up my Stampin' Seal here. Here we go. So we'll add that to our card front. Cover up my greasy fingerprints. There we go. And I love this embossing folder because it adds just a little bit of texture, which is fantastic. One of my favorite embossing folders. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of some shadow here today. That's even worse, isn't it? I've got some shadow in the studio today, and I'm just not grabbing my lights. I don't want to dig them out, and we're gonna deal with my little shadow puppets. All right, Next up, a piece of basic white, and I do want some scrap paper. So I'm going to lay that here, and I'm going to grab garden green. This is an ink color that, man, this has not seen a lot of love lately. It comes out around Christmas, but I can say that it just is not one that gets a lot of love here in my studio. So let's grab this garden green and the palms or the ferns. So I'm just going to ink them up. And this is a bigger stamp. And so what I like to do is actually take my ink to my stamp because it's so large. And there's an edge here. You can see where there's the bottom line and then there's a side line. And I don't want to catch that edge. So I'm gonna go farther over and farther down than what I think I need to. There we go. Next, I took Happy Birthday from that Special Moments. And I'm going to ink this one up with our Memento Black. Of course, you could use any sentiment that you choose at this point. Oh, my nose always runs on these videos. It's so disturbing. My apologies, friends. All right, Happy Birthday right there. Very, very simple, easy to recreate card here. Now I'm going to take this and add it to a layer of Pear Pizzazz. So pulling in a different shade of green. Just a little bit of a frame around there. That's going to go on another layer of garden green. So if you haven't had garden green out in a while, kids, go get it and let it breathe a little bit. Time to let it see the light of day. All right, so now we're ready just to attach that to our card front. So there we go. Good enough. Very simple, very easy, but it needs a little extra something. And so I have this image. Pretty sure this might be like I felt like I wanted to say it's a bonsai tree, but I'm not really sure if it's not just like a baby palm tree. I don't know. I'm not big on flowers and gardening and all that good stuff. So you guys will probably have to tell me what this image actually is. So what I want to do is I want to have multiple colors on the same stamp. So I pulled in my Stampin' Write markers, and if you guys have not worked with these or it's been quite some time, keep in mind that there's a thin end, which would be like a writing end, and then there is a thicker end. You can tell by the little bands that are around the end. This one is like a brush, and that's what I want to use to color my image. So I'm going to use the brush end, and I'm going to start with some soft suede, and I'm just going to color what would be the stems of this tree. So I'm just going to add some soft suede there. Then I'm going to come in with garden green and color the fronds. And I always go to the side. I don't color straight up and down. I use the side of my brush. So that kind of prevents a lot of damage to the brush tip, because it is like a paintbrush. So it can fray and become damaged. So we're just adding some green on here. And then I'm gonna come in with Early Espresso and do the pot. Now, one thing that I did notice when I was working with this was I almost had to do it twice. The first time the image just did not come out real crisp and clear. And so I left the ink on and just did a second round of it. I didn't clean it is what I'm getting at. So we're gonna see how this looks. Now what I do is I take my breath and I breathe right on that image. And that's gonna re-wet any of this ink that maybe started to dry. All right, not too bad, but this should be darker. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna leave the ink on here. I'm not gonna clean it. I'm just gonna go back and have a do-over and see if the image does change a little bit for me just by putting another layer of ink on there. Now, one thing I do get a lot of questions about is, Can you do this with your Stampin' Blends, your alcohol markers? And no, not really. The alcohol markers are made to dry very quickly. That's why they're alcohol. So they are made to evaporate, to dry super, super fast. And it will also really, really damage the ends of your markers. So I do not recommend doing this technique with your Stampin' Blends. I'm going to tell you, you're not going to get the image you hope for. Stampin' Right markers are where it's at when you're doing this multiple colors on one image. All right, let's try this and see if it comes off a little bit better. Because this is a distinctive set, so it kind of should look like, yeah. All right, so there's my second image. There's my first. So my second one definitely is a little bit darker. I'm happier with this one. So let's go ahead and I got to do some fussy cutting, guys. So talk amongst yourselves. How was your day? How was your weekend? Anybody do anything exciting? I was home alone this weekend. My husband was away at his hunting camp. And so it was just me and my stamps and my dog. So I had a wonderful weekend. Not that I don't have a wonderful time when he's here, but sometimes it's nice when there's just no distractions and you get to hang out and play stamps all day long. So I was actually stamping till midnight last night, getting ready for my retreat. Getting ready to go away for a little bit and getting ready to share some samples with you guys with the island vibes. So what were you guys getting into all this weekend? All right, fuss, fuss, fuss. Love my paper snips for the fussy cutting. Makes it so much easier. And sometimes I try to do this ahead of time so you don't have to watch me do this part, but I wanted to show you how to work those markers to get multiple colors on one image. It's been a while since I've gotten my Stampin' Right markers out, that is for sure. I am a blend girl. I love my Stampin' Blends, but as I mentioned, they're not the tool of choice for this technique. Okay, getting down here. So we're going to take this image next, and I'm going to add some dimensionals. So let's grab some Pop-Tarts and just put a couple dimensionals on here and add that to our card. Oh, I forgot to take that one off. There we go. Let's scooch over just a little bit. So there we are. There is a very quick and simple, easy peasy, mac and cheesy happy birthday card using the island vibes. Now I did want to add a little bling. And since I kind of thought, well, this might be a card for a guy, I didn't want to put a bunch of rhinestones or gems or anything like that. So I just went with a sweet little bee and added them with a good old snot dot. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I am going to continue playing with Island Vibes. I have some more projects I want to share with you this week. So make sure that you follow me over at Jody Brechbill, Stampin' Queen, over on Facebook. So hop over there, follow my page, and I am live there every single Wednesday for What's Up Wednesday. So I'm on YouTube on Mondays and I am on Facebook on Wednesdays. I do upload between the two, so hopefully you never miss a thing. But if you're watching me on my YouTube channel, kids, don't forget to subscribe below. Also, in case you ever, I'm getting tongue-tied. You never want to miss a thing, so make sure you all are subscribed to my mailing list. That link is below in the description, so all you need to do is click on that, join my mailing list, and anytime I have special events, classes, specials, anything y'all need to know, you will be the first to get that information. All right, well, while I still have you guys here, I'm going to show you a couple things that I had created. Keep in mind, guys, I am a caser. I'm not an original stamper. I am in love with all the demonstrators that are out there on Pinterest showing their beautiful creations. And so I do follow along and I create and case a lot of things that they are already showing. Sometimes I know who they are, sometimes I do not. I do know this is Rick Adkins, and I thought I needed a wedding card, and so this was perfect for a wedding in the greens and then with that pineapple. I also have another pineapple here with some congratulations. Here's another one with the pineapple and the ferns. Oh my goodness, I forgot one of them. No, I didn't. I'm okay. I thought I forgot an important part, but I added my bee. Yeah, I totally added my bee. Here we go. Here's another one with that marble paper. And then finally, here is another one. Such very, very simple cards. Easy to duplicate, easy to recreate using the island vibes. All right, my friends, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Happy Monday to you all. Have a glorious week and come right back here and join me next week for Movie Monday. Bye, friends.